Gary, a 7-3 victory over Dergview in the BetMcLean Cup. I'm sure you're pleased with that performance and scoreline.
Yeah, do you know what? We came down and we were a wee bit disrupted on the way down. We actually missed pre-match, not a wee bus incident, but that things happen, and we said to them about not letting it derail us or any way. We came here to be professional, to make sure that we put on a performance. The people who have travelled a long way to come down and support us here tonight, they deserved not us to put in a first-class performance. And I thought for long periods we were totally dominant, and we got the goals. Slightly disappointed we've conceded 2 in the last maybe 3 minutes of the game, which maybe doesn't fully reflect the game and that there. But listen, Dergview stuck to the task in that there and worked really hard. But ultimately, I was really pleased with the effort and application of the players.
And Kobei Moore got himself a hat-trick, while also Tiernan O'Connor got himself in the score sheet with a couple of goals, and potentially Leroy Miller, not sure on that one, but you must be pleased to see so many people delivering in that aspect.
Yeah, very much so. Kobei and that just had to be patient and wait opportunities, and I think you took him there tonight. There's 2 finishes in particular. The last 2 and that there are such clean strikes. He's a lovely striker of a ball. He's played at a really high level. He's got his head down. He's worked incredibly hard in training. He hasn't moaned about sitting on the bench. He's just waited for them opportunities, and I think in that when he's been getting on the pitch, you can see the impact he was starting to have, holding the ball up and getting into good positions. He's unlucky. He hit the post with one at Portadown. So I'm delighted for him to get a couple of goals, because that'll really settle him, and I hope he really kicks on from this point. Tiernan's the same in that there. He's had a wee spell out of the team, and he's worked incredibly hard at training again. So listen, I'm always pushing Tiernan out there to keep on showing that aggression and show that kind of the levels that he shows there tonight, and he is a class act. So I'm really pleased for him too. I think in that the Lee one was when he heads it, the lino was shouting goal, and then Tiernan smashed it in the net. So I think Leroy gets it, and I'm delighted for Leroy to come back and get goals too, because having him and Aaron Donnelly back in our team is brilliant.
And we come into tonight's game in the back of a defeat against Dungannon on Saturday. I'm sure you're happy with the way the players responded and come out in an attacking manner tonight.
Yeah, it was really important that we came out and we put that right, because the Dungannon performance, we all walked away from it knowing it was way below what we've been showing and what we're capable of. It was just, it's hard whenever 1 or 2 players have a bad day, but for have so many people in that there, it's really abnormal for us. So it is to have such a bad day. You know what I mean? But listen, we chalk it off in that there, and we dust ourselves down. We learn from it and we move forward. Tonight was about being professional. Tonight was righting that wrong from the start, and I think we showed that with real intent from the first whistle. I think Tomas, the captain, goes steaming out and closes someone down and wins the ball back, and it sort of sets the tone for the rest of the game. And I thought everybody in that there done themselves credit there tonight.
More minutes for Leroy Miller and Aaron Donnelly, who's coming back from suspension. I'm sure you're pleased with that aspect of it as well.
Yeah, listen, I'm delighted with Donzo. He played the full 90 there in the middle of the park, and I thought he was outstanding. I thought he was really good, him and Cricky. Cricky's been struggling with a bit of sickness. He was sick at the weekend, and in hindsight, I probably should have rested Cricky and took him out. Cricky's a type of kid, that just wants to play every match and wants to play every game, and he'll always give you everything he got. I should have maybe taken it out of his hands and maybe not played him in the game. So he is out, but there he got through it again tonight. He got through a good 60 minutes for us, and I thought him and Donzo were excellent in the middle of the park and really controlled the game. Leroy just gives you so much energy and legs and that, and box entries, he drives you forward, and game it, that's all I ever hear, whenever Leroy's on, and I love it, and I've missed that game it shouting out there from him, because he's just such a workhorse. So to have them 2 boys back, absolutely delighted.
And with 3 games left now in October, we've a bit of a break until our next game against Cliftonville before Bangor in the league and Ballymacash in the County Arm Shield. How important is it to now be in the front foot across all those competitions going into the busy period?
Yeah, like every other team, we want to be showing really well in every competition. Where there's 4 trophies to be won, we'll go and chase them all. So why would we not? It's a really competitive league. It's every fixture is really competitive. You even see some of the results tonight. It's these teams are really improving across the pyramid and that there within the leagues. So it is. So yeah, listen, we want to be on the front foot. We want to challenge for trophies. We want to give our fans nights and days out. So the League Cup's really important this year, obviously with the added incentive of getting to a playoff and that, so, and European football maybe potentially at the end of it, so yeah, it becomes really important to us.
Perfect, thank you. Kobei, a 7-3 victory over Dergview and progression in the next round of the BetMcLean Cup. I'm sure you're pleased with how tonight went.
Yeah, definitely. As a team, as a collective, the main thing is to win and get through to the next round. So yeah, I'm buzzing with that.
And you got your first goal for the club tonight, and the other two followed quickly to make it a hat trick. I'm sure you're delighted to get that over the line.
Yeah, I think once you get off the mark anyway, it's always easier to get the next one. So I just needed that first one to get me going, and then the following ones come easier.
And obviously the squad have a bit of a break now before the next game, just over a week until we play Cliftonville in the Sports Direct Premiership. What are you kind of expecting from that challenge?
I think we just got to keep doing what we've been doing. I think put the loss behind us and keep winning games, keep dominating games. That's the main thing for the team.
As you say, we come into this game tonight in the back of a defeat against Dungannon. Is that the best way to respond with 7 goals?
Yeah, I think no matter who you're playing or where you come, you need to show them the respect by performing as you would normally. And it was definitely good for us to hit the net a lot and put the loss behind us, I'd say.
And in October, we have 3 fixtures remaining, 2 in the league and 1 in the County Arm Shield. I'm sure you'll be looking to progress in all competitions as the season goes on now.
Yeah, I think no matter what the competition or who we're playing, it's all about performing to the best of our ability and getting the job done. And we've done that here tonight.
Perfect. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you.